Tell me about how you feel when you play music during a pandemic.
I feel like it kind of lifts my spirits a little bit because everything's kind of awkward right now because I have this and a mask during class, so I'm proud of what I've done so far because I only started like a couple weeks ago and I've only had like 3 practices and I think I'm doing pretty good.
This year has been the most challenging year, and of course because of the COVID and the pandemic and because of the whole structure and the restructuring of the music department, we came in here and had to create a way to be able to teach in a pandemic with distance, in mixed groups, and with students in a shorter amount of time in a different space. And actually it makes the students more resilient as well because they have to hear me teaching someone else, and that part I like. All right, so it's our very, very, very first lesson of the year and we're back here. Tell me, how does it feel playing?
Good. We haven't played in a while except for practicing. But the lesson, we haven't done the lessons in a while. It's good to finally be back with the lessons and like, a couple of my friends doing it too.
We don't see the kids as much because ensembles have been taken away, so we don't get to rehearse with them in large groups anymore. So we're just seeing them in very small groups, which I think is very good. I think it's brought a new perspective to how important the arts are in their lives, and I see them taking it so seriously too, more seriously, wanting to be here, being on time, bringing in their instrument, their supplies. We've had like record numbers of kids remembering stuff this year. It's been so exciting to see.
Hi guys.
Honestly, I think they've risen to the occasion. I think they've done so much better than I even expected at the beginning of the year. It's an outlet for a lot of them. It's almost like they kind of filter out what's going on around them and in the world, and they love being here.
Awesome, let's do it together. 1, 2, set, go.
They're young enough to be able to say, this is how it is, and we're going. They are learning to play with a mask on, which is extremely difficult when you're playing a band instrument. They're learning to be independent players.
It makes me feel happy that I get to play, but I'm kind of annoyed that I have to wear masks and face shields and...
It's fine besides for the mask.
It's not perfect, but with the masks and everything, and we have to socially distance. But if it means being safer, then I feel like it's fine.
2, ready, go. Obviously, safety first. That's the most important thing. So for the band students, I moved rooms from a very small band room to the auditorium. I have plexiglass dividers that are able to, where I make a little house around them that they can go in, especially the students in the pit where they're close to me.
I have to now wear gloves when I tune their instruments. We have to have the windows like wide open to get airflow, the doors open, so there's noise issues that we have to deal with. But I think also the weather issues inside the room, because it's very cold, affect string instruments. So they often go out of tune very quickly. So tuning is sometimes an issue and will take longer than normal.
1, 2. 1, 2, ready, go.
When I first started, I didn't know where any of the notes were, like a C, a D, or a B flat, and now I'm playing songs with all those notes.
I think my tone has gotten a lot better since the last music lesson we've had last year.
So while I'm watching it, I'm saying the letter names, and I'm saying the rhythms, and I'm fingering it, but I'm not blowing, so I take that away.
I'm practicing a lot at home and practicing for more than 15 minutes.
I try to encourage them to want to be successful, and anything they're going to do in their life needs practice, whether it's multiplication tables or whether it's cooking and you want to be a better cook or you want to be a better athlete, and how they train in their school practices or their sport practices, that this is an obligation and a commitment that they've made to their instruments.
Where we take one measure at a time and we play it at a tempo that's appropriate to their level, and then we'll speed it back up and put it all together like a puzzle. And I think a big thing for us in the string department has been using smart music, and they've had the opportunity to use it at home for the very first time this year. And you can really individualize instruction with that, and they can, when they're at home, they can play along with what we call an accompaniment, which is background tracks. I had a student the other day say, ever since using smart music and being able to play with the background tracks, I love practicing. And it just was really exciting to hear. And I think that's a big factor for them wanting to play at home, because it feels like those background tracks sometimes feels like you're playing with an orchestra or you're playing with like a big band or a rock band, so it's exciting.
Well, music makes me very calm, and it makes me feel comfortable in the area that I'm.
So what's your strength in music, and how does it make you feel in the pandemic?
Well, music makes me very calm, and it makes me feel comfortable.
I feel like it's a little more quieter and
Definitely.
it's kind of easier to focus.
Yeah, it is easier to focus. Yeah.
Without
There's less
all
people.
those loud instruments.
Uh-huh.
So what are you doing?
I'm practicing my fingering on the flute so I can understand how I can position my hands.
There's a lot of music in my family,
So how does it make you feel to play music?
and playing instruments in a pandemic, it's very helpful to get my mind clear of all stress and worries. And it just helps me a lot, and I love music so much. Me and my family have dance parties. We've had 1,000 dance parties, and it just makes me feel very complete.
Our concerts are fabulous. I think they realize the hard work and they get excited about it, and the audience is so appreciative. And then these students play so far above their level, and the bar has been raised and they've met it. It's unbelievable.
What's your favorite part about playing the violin?
The accompaniment, and how when everyone groups together and does the song together, it sounds really nice.
Now 3 on the D.
I love how when you use the bow, it sounds pretty good.
You want to try it?
Music is powerful because you get to express yourself,
And music can kind of like take you somewhere magical. And it just gets you like, whoa, I'm in a new world. This is like so amazing. It's just really fun to actually like be playing an instrument because instruments are amazing.
My strength in music is really to like empower, sort of, like bring a feel to people, like with winter music, fanfares, sort of like that. It makes them feel energized, enthusiastic, and when I do something like, let's say, Ode to Joy, gives people more of a settling feeling. And it's my strength to like empower, bring a sort of wave of like a good vibe.
I think it gives them hope, and I think it gives them an outlet. And I say to them, you know, you're in a pandemic right now, and you're at home, and your life has changed dramatically, and here's an opportunity that you have to enrich it, and also an opportunity to express yourself in case you're feeling, you know, confined or down or scared or anything. The music is there to help you in so many ways.
I like when I hear it come out of my trumpet. It's really nice.
So I wanted to ask you, how does it make you feel to play music in a pandemic?
Well, it makes me feel happy. It makes me feel less like I have to do so many things over Google Classroom and stuff. And then when I just play music and listen to music, it makes me feel really happy. When I'm home all day and having nothing to do, I can just run in my room and start playing as much as I want. And it just makes me feel so much more alive. And I create music with my mom down in her studio. So we do guitar solos as well as trumpet solos.
That was fantastic. Tell me, what did you think of it? Could it be a little better?
Yeah.
How? How would you get this a little bit better? Where are the spots?
I made a mess up on the accidental parties.
That's right. You missed that A natural.
I really like just playing the strings, and also I like putting challenges in front of myself. And on the bass, I can just like play like a different song all the time.
Playing music is like just calms me down and makes me forget a lot of stuff that I'm getting tensed up about.
Ready, go. Good. Now do it in counting numbers in your head.
Music makes me feel kind of like I get all the stress out, and it makes me kind of like calm in a way.
Good. You're all there. No. Look up there.
Rest.
Music is in everyone's soul, and music is in the air, and music is in their everyday life, whether they are realizing it or not. It's everywhere.
French Carol is the best song. 3:15.
French Carol's great.
Okay, so we're
Yeah.
playing 3:15.
3:15, fiddle and fourth thing.
Like a half note and then fill it in. Good.
I think it's one of the most rewarding things as a music teacher to see it all come together, you know, to see them excited to be playing and to be playing together. And I think there's just so much unity in that too, when we get to play together like that. and perform together, and to see them excited and to see them achieve something that they didn't think in the beginning of the year that they could achieve.
Playing music makes me feel happier. Like, it makes me feel more alive and that we're moving on in the world.
I think it's an outlet for them. You know, I think it helps them deal with what's been going on in the world better. When they get to a point in their playing, they can start to feel those things. You know, I think there's a connection to their instrument, to music, that often is even unexplainable with words.
I want them to be able to understand what music can do, both emotionally and physically and spiritually for them. It's a part of life you couldn't live without.